How the hell are you going to write a Riddler story and take away the riddles? Doesn't make sense to me. But we're going to be talking about that as well as the other two books that are now into this whole one bad day thing, where we're looking at the one bad days that change or affect Batman's Rogues Gallery. So far, they've done the Riddler, Two-Face, and now Penguin. As of this writing, it just popped out. So I figured, what the hell? Let's take a look at them, see which one's good, see which one's bad, and see. I'm sorry, but there's more than one that are not great. So anywho, let's kick back, relax, get this party started. Starting off with The Riddler by Tom King and Mitch Gerads. Now this has two stories in it. You get the origin of the Riddler, and you get the Riddler. He commits a murder, and Batman is trying to find out what that leads to. And I did not mix up my words. He's not interested in finding out who murdered the guy, because Riddler does it on video, and he shows up a card that says Batman, meaning, hey, I want to talk to him. And we get a scene where Gordon's like, yeah, Batman said you're not worth his time. And that's the big problem here. That is why Enigma has to have the Batman's attention. That's why he's doing everything here, because he wants to elevate his status on the Rogues Gallery. So, how's the book? Well, let's first talk about the art. As you can see, it's actually not bad. There's a little bit of style to it. It kind of looks like the Matrix in a couple of places, like right here. Overall, though, I thought the art was fine. It's not extraordinary. It doesn't blow me away or anything like that. But each story looks like its own animal. So, you know, you're not going to get mixed up. Hey, wait, was that part of this one or that one? No, there's none of that. You're going to get through this fine. And they do a good job of separating the two, as they are actually telling, in my opinion, two strong tales. What? Oh my gosh, you're not supposed to say that about a Tom King book. Nope, I'm going to go with you on this one with what I usually say about Tom King. It is all packed into this one book. And I will tell you, they really dropped the freaking ball at the end. But getting there, you have a good time learning exactly what drives the Riddler. He has this teacher who wants to make kids think critically. So he gives them puzzles and riddles at the end of every test. He doesn't want you just to remember the facts. He wants you to be able to use what you have learned to solve the riddle. And this, of course, makes Enigma a bit obsessed. On the other side, you have the murder. And Batman's trying to figure out, where are the Riddlers? Where are the riddles? Where are the riddles? Why is it? It shouldn't just be this. And in all honesty, this is where he drops the ball. And I will say spoilers. Okay? I said it before, I'll say it again. I'm going to spoil some stuff. Riddler doesn't have any riddles. He threatens people. He goes about getting information about everybody, and he threatens everybody, and he says, look, Batman, you're not going to give me any more trouble, or I'm going to release all of this information out there. And everybody's now afraid of the Riddler. First of all, you never take the Riddlers away from the riddles away from the Riddler. It doesn't make him the Riddler anymore. Second of all, if he's that much of a problem, some cop's going to put a bullet in his head. No matter, oh my gosh, that'll hurt me this way or that way, it doesn't matter. You get enough animals backed against a wall, and they're going to start attacking you. So overall, like I said, it's a good build up to what ended up being, once more, a disappointing ending from Tom King, where he thought maybe, oh gosh, this is so cool, I should do it like this. I mean, we imagine a Riddler who doesn't tell riddles, because then the Batman has no idea where he's supposed to go. The whole point to the Riddler is, of course, the riddles. The fact that he wants to outsmart Batman. He doesn't do this here. There's none of that here. Batman's backed into a corner, but it's an easy corner to get out of, just by finding a deep hole to throw the Riddler into. You don't even have to kill him. Unfortunately, once again, we see it all the time with modern writers, where they get an idea, they think this idea is fan-freaking-tastic, they run with it without actually thinking of the consequences of the idea. You do not take the riddles away from the Riddler. It's just wrong. Next up, we're going to talk about Two-Face by Marco Tamaki and Javier Fernandez. Now, getting this straight up out of the way here, this is better than Riddler in just a few ways. In some ways, it's worse, and I'm going to get to that. But I do got to say, right out the gate, I love the art on this book. This book captures Gotham. Gotham is a character in this book. It really is. So here we have Two-Face. He's cured. He is fine. And he's living a life of straight and narrow. And all of a sudden, somebody sends him a message. And it's that somebody's going to be killed at this big gala at the end of the book. And I went, oh, okay, so Two-Face sent Harvey Dent a message. And so Batman goes out searching, looking for who it is. And I said, yeah, it's Two-Face. Two-Face sent him the message. I've seen this story before. This story has been told many times. Many times. Many times over. Many Pearl times. It's just been done so freaking much. But most of the story, over and over and over, hey, we've got to find who's going to be attacking Harvey Dent at his gala. Two-Face will be. That's who's going to be attacking Harvey Dent. We get a bit of an origin. We get a bit of Harvey trying to live his life and wondering what's going on and trying to stop whoever is going to be coming in to hurt everybody at this big gala. And once again, it's Two-Face. So I'm waiting for the book basically to catch up to exactly what I already know. And I got to admit, there was a little bit where I was like, okay, maybe that's so obvious that I'm wrong. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe that's what we're going for here. You know, everybody knows this trope. And I got to say, hey, if you are new to comics, sorry for the spoilers, this is probably a better book for you. But if you've read more than one Two-Face story, you're going to be waiting for this comic book to catch up to exactly what you know. Now, mind you, once they caught up to what I already knew, I enjoyed this book so much better. And it is, and in that way, it is better than the Riddler part. This finishes stronger than it began, while the Riddler began stronger than it ended. I guess it's true. If you end on a high note, it makes up for a lot of bad things on the road to that high note. At least that's something. Look, I actually think that Mariko Tamaki is not a bad Batman writer. You know, she's done some good things. She's done some mediocre things as well. But overall, I think the structure of the book is done well. I think the pacing, I don't like this scene. Why is it that they have to try to put down Batman? It's like everybody's trying to seem tough, so they make Batman seem stupid. No. He's the best. It's like Superman said, he's the most dangerous man in the world, and he should be treated that way. And it's kind of, I'm sorry, but when mouthy teenage kids go, oh, well, it's just the Batman, it just pulls me out of the story. And considering I wasn't exactly engaged because I was waiting for the story to catch up to me, there are problems with this. I wish I could say these were great books. I mean, there were good things in the Riddler, but overall, I think the bad things beat it down. I think the same thing in this book. There are some really good things about this book. Mariko, Tamaki can write a good Batman book. Unfortunately, she just didn't hear. One Bad Day, the Penguin by John Ridley and Giuseppe Gamancoli. I probably mispronounced that. I apologize for that. Confession time. I am not a fan of John Ridley. I read the other side of the DC universe, and it was racist as hell. Seriously. Thankfully, there's only one spot of that in this comic book. And I gotta tell you, stopped clock can be right at least twice a day. Man, this was actually pretty good, guys. Granted, there's another little piece of this book where it's like, Batman, you think you're so hot, but I'm the one that's the true hero of Gotham. And Batman doesn't beat the snot out of the Penguin. Yeah, I get it. Okay, guys, for some reason, you think in order to make your character look good, you gotta make Batman look bad. Can we stop that now? All right, now, that's the bad stuff. That one little page of racism, and then that one page where Penguin tells off the Batman without getting his ass whooped. Overall, though, this is actually a pretty good story. It's a good revenge story. We find the Penguin. He's down on his luck. He just lost his empire to a guy called the Umbrella Man because he was Penguin's Umbrella Man, who had been listening and who had been waiting and planning on taking down the Penguin. So Penguin goes about trying to get his empire back, and he does it little increments. He gets a gun with 1 bullet, and then he finds a gun with 3 bullets, and then he finds a hench person, and then he finds another one, and so forth and so on. Just little by little, he builds himself an army to take on the Umbrella Man and get his empire back. And we just watched the Penguin be the Penguin a little bit. As he's going on, a lot of people say, well, you're down on your luck. Why should I trust you? Because when you were on top, you treated me like crap. So there is a little bit of an arc here for Oswald Cobblepot. And that's good. I like that because ultimately I think it could strengthen the character. You know, if he's willing to admit where he was wrong and how he can get his people to be even more loyal to him than they had been before, that is awesome. But once again, I got to say, I'm not a big fan of John Ridley's writing, so I am very pleased that he surprised me with this book. I don't know what you feel about the art. You see the pages going by. Is it something that looks good to you? Is it something that looks bad to you? To me, it's a little bit middling. It is amazing to me, this is the bad guy right here, that they had to write him the way he was written. It's like, John Ridley, come on. Now you're being racist towards black people. Just with the guy's attitude and the way he looks at life and everything. I don't know. Ultimately, I like the story, though. I can't complain. I think John Ridley put together a decent book that actually doesn't look ugly. So in all, this is the best of the bunch so far. So there you go, gang. Those are the first 3 books in this whole One Bad Day fiasco. And as you saw, usually I say, okay, we're going to put them in order. I told you straight up. I like the Penguin. I think after that, the next one down would be Two-Face and then the Riddler. You just don't take the riddles away from the Riddler. My gosh, what a dumbass idea, Tom. What the freaking heck are you doing? You got to think these things through, man. Don't just go, ooh, that'd be a good idea. You got to figure out, okay, what does that actually mean for the character? Now, thankfully, it seems as if these books are not exactly part of continuity, you know? So I don't think they're going to make much of a difference. They're just good stories to read, or they're just stories to read. Anywho, what did you think? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to click like, share, subscribe, ring that notification bell. Click on whatever video I'm putting up here to go, hey, if you like this content, check out this. You know, there's some good stuff there. As a matter of fact, I just did a comic book origins of this filming of Black Adam. Go check out the comic book origins videos. They're a lot of fun. I call them first appearances now, or secret origins, because that makes more sense, right? Anyway, once again, don't forget to go over to Ko-Fi, drop $1 in the tip jar. I'd like to thank everybody who's already done that, and to everyone, all of the true believers, thank you very, very much for watching.